Welcome back to another round of TFR eSports Season 26. Here we are for the F3 division, round 2 of 10 here in Bahrain. And we've got a couple of minutes left of qualifying here, and we're going to see who is going to come out on top in the desert. I am your commentator, CJH, joined by the two-time TFR eSports F1 champion, Epic the Animal. How are we doing, Logan? And are we once again looking forward to some exciting F3 action?
Of course.
It's just under a tenth between Veer and Ollie Bean currently in this battle for pole position. Mercedes, he is going for it here, trying to get that pole position. And we saw in Australia last week, it was Mali in the RB that actually won ahead of Slow Gamer. He's not here tonight, so we will see a different winner tonight in F3. A Sci-Fi Mega Hype now pops himself up into P3. Ollie Bean then is coming through the final corner, will now have the power fully to the floor and comes up to line with the DRS wide open and goes on to pole. 22 thousandths of a second clear of Veer, but Veer will get one more lap in here, Logan.
Yes, he will. We'll see if he's able to beat that time. Qualifying, very important here in TFR with how hard everyone fights through the field. If you don't qualify up front, you just lose too much time with the unnecessary fighting that goes on. Qualifying is so important, especially with how hard it is to overtake in this game in general with the dirty air. And Lewis he's through one sector on his first lap. He doesn't have a time lapped in, so this is kind of his only shot. Pressure's on.
Yeah, Lewis.
Less than a second separates top 10.
Yeah. Lewis making his debut tonight in the RB and is going for a one shot here. And Veer's 2 tenths up in that first sector. Absolutely flying then in the McLaren. And that is a good start to the lap because there's not too many corners in that first sector. It's mainly all about the middle sector on a lap around Bahrain here, and with about 10 seconds left on the clock, this is seriously competitive, Logan. There's many drivers in the mix for pole here.
Yeah, less than 4/10 separates the top 6 as it stands, with possible improvements with cars behind as the checker flag falls. That means Bass, Curtis, RWJ, Action Rick, they're all done in qualifying. Northie's down 3/10 through 2 sectors. Raheem's up 4/10 through 1 sector.
Yeah,
so still position change is going to happen here.
We're going to see a lot of improvements here. Here comes Lewis then up to line. Where does he go? Only 12, sadly, for him on his debut. Veer is also coming out to the line, and he's been absolutely flying on this lap, and it looks like he's going to smash pole, but only just lost a bit of time in the final sector there. He's on pole at the minute by 54 thousandths of a second, but Slow Gamer is improving on his lap. Larry as well is out there, and where is Raheem? That's the next question. He'll be the next one to the line, Logan, and he's right in the mix here.
And he's out of ERS. That's why Veer lost so much time. He was up like 3/10 through 2 sectors, but he used all the ERS. Same thing happening to Raheem right here. Look how much time he's losing because he has no ERS. A whole second! It seems like he lost that final sector almost.
And
at least half a second.
Yeah.
No, it's not because we got Larry.
Well,
we got
that's
Larry
the
and Slope.
It was that for
Slope's
Raheem.
up a 10th and a half.
But yeah.
Larry's up 3/10.
Here comes Larry then. Could he snatch a shock pole, his first ever in TFR eSports? He has. He's on pole at the minute. Has Slow Gamer beaten him to that? No, he hasn't. He's missed out. And it is Larry on pole from absolutely nowhere. He takes his first ever pole in TFR eSports with a stunning last-ditch lap there. We were seeing people are improving. It's those two at the very top. In the chat, they're going wild because there's plenty of Larry fans here, Logan, and they'll be delighted with that.
Yeah, they are. They are living like Larry right now, and less than a second separates our top 10. We got a race on our hands, CJ. We'll see how the setups hold up in race trim, especially when you have a 25% race. It's almost twice as much tire wear, or is it twice as much tire wear compared to a 50% race? So every lap, every traction zone is going to make twice as much difference in those tires. So it'll be interesting to see how things carry over to the race. How many times did we see in F2 last season someone would dominate in qualifying to be absolutely nowhere in the race?
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a fascinating race, this, because there's multiple drivers that are going to be in the mix for the win. But it's Larry who makes it back-to-back McLaren pole positions, just like what Veer did last week. He's now on pole this week. and it was a brilliant lap from him to secure that first ever pole by only 55 thousandths of a second, like I said, ahead of Slow Gamer. Slow Gamer will be gutted again just to miss out on pole. Veer's right there, though, in third place. A great session then for McLaren. We've only been inside for Mega Hike, completing that top 5. But you'd have to say the top 6 are all within range of being competitive here for race victory, Logan, because a track like this, if you are within about 4/10 off the pace, you can definitely find that in the race if you have a good, clean strategy.
Yeah, it's all about the race. We've noticed in these leagues, qualifying is important in F3 and F2, but keeping it together in the race and avoiding catastrophe is really what the difference is between not just a race win, but a championship win.
Yeah.
And not.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. We're at the grid now, and it's a fairly simple strategy here, Logan. But as you were saying, the tyre was very high. Are maybe some drivers potentially thinking of an outside-the-box strategy here of using the hard tyre at some point? Because if the tyre was high, do you want to actually use that soft tyre?
I would guess no. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be mediums and hards being used, but I could be wrong. Maybe someone tries a soft to hards to try to get away from the traffic early on. You know, if you know the traffic's going to hold you up or slow you down with all the fighting, maybe getting away from it will make up for the difference in the tire delta. You never know.
Yeah.
And depending how comfortable you feel or not, the less comfortable you feel or less confident you feel, the more likely, the more smart it would be to kind of go for something a little bit different. It's just a situation you got to make your decision and roll with it and be ready to learn. I mean, that's the difference we've seen in these people that go from F3 all the way up to F1. They learn over time. Heck, look at the growth of Darky. Look at the growth of Northy. It's always the people whose names end in the sound E, But jokes aside, they go from like the meme at the back with all the penalties and crashes, and just like that, snap of a finger, they keep coming out, they keep improving, and next thing you know, they're a mainstay fighting for serious points.
Yeah, it's a perfect spot for them to just hone their skills, if you like, and get a bit of clean racing. F3 has been the best division for racing, I think, particularly last season. It was just clean every week, and it was clean in Australia as well. So let's hope we have a bit more of that tonight with this race in Bahrain.
In the first lap.
That is very true. We've got 5 lights, though, ahead of the drivers here in Sakir. And we are underway, and RW has got a drive-through penalty already. And he's disqualified as well. So he's reversed off the line on my screen. I think he's back in the session now. Oh no, he is out. And there's shenanigans into that first corner because somebody's made contact there. I think there was a Mercedes as well. And the top 2 are wheel to wheel here. Larry and Slow Gamer going at it towards turn 3. But Slow Gamer has indeed taken the lead. Larry's fighting it back, but he can't quite do so. But the big shock there, Logan, is what on earth happened with that Ferrari?
It looks like it jumped the line, then went in reverse. That's all I got for you, CJ. It did what it shouldn't have done.
Which is absolutely bizarre.
Oh! Raheem just bombs it in there. And
when we got car around.
Everywhere. Oh, and Action Rick. His race is full of action already, but not in the way you want. Into turn 10, now Raheem goes deep into turn 10. He's got Northy on the inside. When the pressure's softs, it's chaos here in the back.
Absolute chaos, that is
Lewis
for sure.
Is gonna get Northy. Yep.
There he goes.
The 10th.
Oh, it's Northy does indeed hold on to the position. We've got a bit of a mix of the soft tyre and medium tyre runners then, with Slow Gamer then on the soft tyres. That'll explain why he got such good launch and was able to pick off the McLaren of Larry at the beginning there. But the McLaren pair are on the mediums, Ollie Bean and Sci-Fi both on the soft tyres, so they might be coming at that McLaren pair. But as we come towards the end of lap 1, Slow Gamer hasn't managed to pull a gap just yet. They're all still fairly close at the very front, and you can just see the Ferrari there having a little look to the inside on the Mercedes. This is all going to brew up quite nicely once DRS is enabled, Logan.
Yes, it is. All over the grid. There's more than a second between Northy and Raheem after Northy had not the best first lap and had to fight a lot of battles. But other than that, we got a DRS train. I guess Luke 2 Red is now falling with outside DRS. So 7th through 1st, all within a second.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very interesting come towards the end of this lap once they start getting that little bit closer with the DRS. And Larry there having a great entry into that corner, getting very close to Slow Gamer. He won't maybe want to make that move just yet. He'll be wanting to set this up nicely, and he's not done that at all. Oh, they've made contact, and
Oh, and
Slow
then he
Gamer
gets
to
hit,
pile
and then
up.
he gets hit, and then he gets hit. Everyone gets hit. Debris on the track, missing wing for somebody.
So Slow Gamer then
Oh
now.
man.
Oh, and he's in the walls again. He's round again.
Oh, and that guy gets into him. Oh, and Lewis almost hits him. Oh, and now Luke Red's around. Oh my lordy. It's some form of yellow. It's a full safety car.
My word. No surprise there. There's a safety car. But that was a couple of corners of absolute disaster for Slow Gamer. I think he was a bit frustrated, and he did chuck it up the inside of the Red Bull. But then that sent him pirouetting around, and, well, the contact was made. But let's see. And imagine everyone's going to have to dive in the pits here. This is a total free pit stop, with it being 25%. And so this will surely be hard tires for everybody. But it's Sci-Fi Mega Hype, I believe, Logan, that has the damage on that front wing, and yes, he does. He's not changing the wing, though.
We got a little bit of sketchy play here as AJ Curtis held up the field for his teammate, and he's out of the well, he was already out of the session. Now he's left the session. And we got a lot of people. Everyone's in the pits, DJ! It's like Belgium, my first season commentating, yes. Except this time they actually should be pitting.
Exactly. It's an absolute no-brainer to get in the pits here. Raheem's pit stop has been the longest of all time there. He had a big penalty, I think, to serve as well, so that's what has hindered him. But everyone now onto those hard tyres. Larry then is back into the lead, but you would have to say he did cause that absolute Constantina effect there of one car after the other piling into the Sauber, because Larry actually pirouetted that Sauber around.
Yeah, I mean, he did kind of brake too late and slam him in the butt and spin him around, but I think the video was inconclusive. We'll take it to the stewards.
Yeah, I think so.
It was pretty conclusive, but...
yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing Larry could say there is if the car in front braked early or anything like that. I don't think this is the case. But, oh, and we've had more contact there under the safety car, because Ollie Bean has just hit the back of Sci-Fi Mega Hype into that tricky turn 13. People, it's probably one of the most awkward corners. Is it turn 10? I do apologise. It's
even the American knew that.
I know, yeah, shocking. It's definitely the more awkward of corners, isn't it, Logan? Because if you are that car right behind, it is just such a tricky corner to get. If you get your braking wrong, then you're in trouble, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's also easy to just cruise under safety car. It makes me concerned if these people have their license in the real world. Like, you know, like I don't want to be behind these guys on the highway or in front of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this could obviously now mean that F1 will probably be delayed a bit here. So if anyone is watching concerned with that, that session may be delayed by a good few minutes because obviously the safety car here. And it seems as though Bahrain is actually quite a long race. It seems for some bizarre reason that I don't quite know. But we've got another car in the pits. There's a Haas now dived in of Luke 2 Red, getting a fresh set of boots on. That might be a smart play because he could definitely take mediums to the end, surely.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing. Does he have another set of hards? He's going back to the mediums.
Mediums.
So
I think that's...
what happens there.
Yeah, I think that's worth the gamble. I think it's worth the gamble. If everyone else is on hards, you might as well do something different if you're at the very back. And so I admire it from Luke to Red. Whether it'll work or not, we'll find out. But so, yes, Slow Gamer is obviously not happy in the chat. But I think it was a little bit unfortunate to DNF like that, Logan, because I've seen many contacts happen before, but probably with the nature of the speed of that corner, that's probably what took his tyre off. With how I think it was the Sauber, well, maybe it won't be a Sauber because he was the only one, but whichever car that was that hit him, the kind of nature of that corner, they're hitting him at such a speed compared to like where Luke 2 Red is now coming towards this hairpin. If you got hit at that kind of corner, you're probably going to get away with that.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate all around.
Mm.
Lots of contact, 2 races ruined at least. Luke Turin will try to make these mediums work. I don't know if a 25% race that'll go that long, but one way to find out.
So, let's see then. Larry now will get us back underway, you'd imagine, at the end of this lap. And it is coming back in. So Larry's then back into the lead after a bit of a dramatic start then to this race. And Maurice Pooters, which is Mo Solver, I believe, is saying that's a pen in the chat. So the question is, who is that a pen for? Is he saying that to his fellow McLaren driver, Larry, who's leading the race? I'd be quite surprised. But Larry will get us back underway with Sci-Fi right behind. He'll be glad that Sci-Fi has a bit of damage, but that Ferrari might be a little bit slippery down the main straight here with less front wing on here. He might have a right old run at Larry into that first corner. He's leaving it late and he's running it right up to the line, literally right up to the line, and there he goes. He's got us back going, and I think he has just about aced that, but you can see the chasing pack all behind him. We're 3 wide almost there with the Red Bull trying to join the party, because there goes Veer down the outside, and there goes the Red Bull as well on the pair of them, and he's just about got that slowed down, and that could have been an absolute airplane crash.
Oh, I'm speaking of airplane crashes. There goes Action Rick. Boom! Into the wall. Mazepin. But he got hit, though, so it's not quite a Nikita. Oh, we got more fighting into turn 4 or whatever.
Yeah, there goes AJ Curtis.
It's chaos.
On Veer. So Veer had a good restart there, but now he's been picked off by the Red Bull pairs. Luke to Red now gets himself a penalty. Veer's now chucking that right around the outside. You're a brave man to try that in a corner like that, and it's not paid off, as he now has to just settle down in 6th place. It's not been a good restart for him. It has been a good restart for Larry, though. He has that second gap to Sci-Fi Mega Hype, and like I say, with that damage on the Ferrari, I really think he's going to be struggling badly here, Logan. This is not the kind of track you want to carry damage on.
I don't know if any track's the kind of track
Very
you
true.
want to carry damage on, but yeah, he's got damage. That ain't good, and that is going to allow Larry to just absolutely pull away from the pack.
Well, Ollie Bean then now smelling an opportunity of that second place. Couldn't quite make it into the final corner, but will set it up nicely now with a decent exit. He's got Mido right behind him for company here, but here comes Ollie Bean as the Ferrari pulls away with that better straight line speed, it seems. The Red Bull now is ready to join the party, and he's going to have a look to the inside on Ollie Bean here. Can he get it slowed down? Yes, he can, but Ollie Bean's got the switchback. Great racing between the pair of them. Has a good exit. They touch tyres on the exit, and they are still side by side. Both of them got DRS. There's the other Red Bull just behind, but Mido now up into 3rd place with a great move, Logan.
Yeah, great move there, and great job not causing another crash. I thought this was the clean league, CJ. That's what you said.
Yeah, I know. I've jinxed it.
Jinxed it.
But
and I'm not even superstitious. I'm not a pessimist. I'm an optometrist. But yeah, there's still nose and tail all the way through the field, with the exception of 1st place. We got 2nd through 8th, all in a DRS train yet.
I mean, I tell you, Mido in that Red Bull there, he's seeming, well, both Red Bulls have got great race pace, because there goes AJ Curtis almost making the corner there. Making the overtake into that corner just there. But the 2 Red Bulls have came alive in this race, Logan. They've put the hard tyres on, and suddenly now they are just charging up the order. I mean, for Larry, the biggest threat right now is that of a Red Bull.
Yeah, it is at the moment, and also Luke 2 Red made the pass for 9th. He has a penalty, but he is coming up through the field with those mediums. Will they hang on for the whole race? We'll see if we got any overtakes or any battles coming down. Let's look at Bass.
Wow.
Can he get into P2? Looks like it.
Yeah, here he comes. And down the inside.
For 5th as well.
And that was an easy move. Veer's not got an easy move here. He's going to have to work for it. Right around the outside. Can't get it done. AJ Curtis holds the line. And this is all getting very close here as Raheem is about to join the party just behind. And there he goes to the inside. Can't make the move just yet, though. But this is all bubbling up quite a bit here with Cypher Mega Hype. The cork in the bottle now, you'd have to say, struggling with that damage on the front wing. And they're all chasing right behind him, Logan.
Yeah, that's a big cork to a big bottle as well. It's already held them up a second and a half as they're so tight through turn, I don't know, 8 or 9 or whatever the heck it is.
There goes Raheem, actually, on the outside of Veer. That's an ambitious move to try that into that corner. It obviously didn't work, and he's lost a bit of time there because you're not going to get around the outside into turn 10. But Simon Megahype is still hanging on to that P3, and frustrating Ollie Bean right now because these guys are losing tons of time to the top two. That's almost 2 seconds now to Mido, and he now is within DRS of Larry. So the Red Bull now right in the mix, and Larry is not going to have this easy in the second half of this race, Logan.
Absolutely not. He got ran down immediately by the fellow American. Get him! Make my country proud. Make us not suck for once.
Well, it's England against USA here, and let's see what's going to happen because Mido is catching that McLaren at a rapid rate of knots. He's not quite close enough just yet into the first corner as we start lap 8 now, and look at behind. That's getting very close, and there's contact, and once again, a Red Bull clatters into the Mercedes, and it's also Raheem now making a move on Thea, and he's off, and he's done a Mazepin. Like you said, Logan, before, that is... unfortunately for him, probably race done because he's lost so much time from that. I mean, he's lucky he didn't get any damage, but look at the time he's lost.
Yeah, that's his race done and dusted, unfortunately, unless we have another super late safety car. That would be interesting.
Absolutely. But meanwhile, out front, Larry is starting to feel the pressure, you'd have to say, because Mido is again taking more time out in that first sector, and lap after lap here with that DRS, he's just going to get closer and closer to that McLaren. Sci-Fi's doing a great job, though, you'd have to say, Logan, at the minute, still on for that podium. I mean, you wonder how long he can survive here, but at the minute, he's doing a stellar job.
Yeah, and he's holding on to more ERS than everyone else. Maybe that's just because he has to brake more, but nonetheless, a lot of people behind struggling on battery.
Well, how about this now? The top two then, 2 tenths in it. And here we go. This is definitely going to brew up now into a battle because here comes Mido. He's got no ERS, but he's got the DRS and is in the slipstream of Larry. You can see the rear light flashing, and there goes the Red Bull then into the lead, and Larry will hang this on around the outside, but he's gonna still be there, you know, he's still wheel to wheel with the Red Bull, and there is another good scrap behind, but here comes Larry then with a DRS once more, coming right back at him, and will go to the outside. They're still side by side between these pair. Larry, can he get the power down now? Yes, he can, and he keeps the lead.
Oh, AJ Curtis, Sci-Fi Mega Height touch to the inside of turn 4. Oh, they touch again. Oh, he's punted him up. The old hit and run tactics. Oh, and he's back on the track. Oh, my sweet goodness. And here comes Raheem on the outside. Ollie Bean was able to get through for P3. And Northeast right there in P7. Get him, son.
He's getting out of nowhere. And, and the pair of them now hit into Cyber Mega Hype, into that turn 10. And Raheem now trying to get the better exit, but the pair of them have the DRS once again. And it's just a complete drag race into this next corner. He's got the inside line on the Red Bull and will take the position. But they're all getting so frustrated here, and Northie is right there.
Yes, he is. They're all going to crash each other, and Thru's going to go Northie. You heard it here first. At me on Twitter.
Whatever you call it. There's a realistic chance here for Northie of a top 5 finish, because if he picks his moment right here, he can definitely get these overtakes done. These guys are scrapping like crazy, and Sci-Fi with the damage.
And Raheem and then Curtis have absolutely no battery. He has an advantage on all 3 of them.
Well, here we go. Once more, down the main straight. No moves just yet on this lap as we start to run out of laps in. Northie goes very wide there, actually almost off the circuit, but gets it hooked back in. He's got Luke 2 Red right behind him on those medium tires, but again, obviously, he does have a penalty. Meanwhile, out front, the gap's gone up a little bit from Larry to Mido, up to 1.4 seconds. I wonder if the Red Bull has had a bit of a mistake on this lap or the previous one, but there's definitely still this battle for P4 here. I think the podium could be those 3 drivers. We're not entirely sure which order yet, Logan, but this battle here for 4th is going to be raging on until the checker flag.
Yes. As I unplug and plug it back in my controller, but yeah, it's still a lot to play for, CJ.
Absolutely. Sci-Fi, I'm convinced with that damage, It's just helping him a little bit of just hanging on here. I mean, maybe his pace would have been a lot better. It probably would have been a lot better if he had that. Well, if he didn't have the damage, shall I say? But the thing for him now is it's all about defense, and he can just charge up the battery at these parts of the circuit. Again, has loads to play with here, and then just dumps it down the main straight. And if he can hang on here, this is a fine drive with the damage that he's got at the minute of holding off multiple chasing cars. We've got 4 cars hot on his tail, but I think for him now, Raheem is that little bit closer here and has the DRS once more, but he's not gaining enough, Logan. Raheem is completely out of battery, yeah.
Can't have 0% battery. I'll say it every day for the rest of my life, and no one will ever listen.
Veer sets a fast lap of the race. Nice work from him, but unfortunately, the best he can do here is maybe catch Lewis in the remaining laps. There's a move from Luke to red on Northey. Has a lunge, and they make contact. He spins round and couldn't quite get the job done there. The door was firmly shut, and he was not coming through. And will have to regather himself and try again. But was there a move on there, Logan?
No. Clearly. Like Samuel L. Jackson from American Idol would say, it's going to be a no from me, dog. Northey's back in the DRS, though. He's got it. He's good.
Yep, Northey.
Get back in there.
He is indeed. AJ Curtis goes down the inside on the Mercedes, though. Bars his way past. And absolutely sends it on Raheem there. And Raheem's back up the inside, though. And it looks as though AJ has let him through there.
Back, yeah.
Yeah. So, interesting stuff there. He obviously must have known that the move wasn't on. It has allowed Northey right back up then, as Veer has had a bit of a moment further back on. And he has managed to continue on, though. But Raheem then... Has he got any more battery this time? He has. He's managed to charge the battery up a little bit more this time. Is this the opportunity for him to have a proper go here at Sci-Fi Mega Hype? Again, he's gaining a lot down the straight, but is it just enough? No, it's not. He's not close enough just yet, and he's going to have to do a bit more if he wants to make that move.
Yeah, but it looks like he has through turns 1 and 2 and 3, and can he do it into 4? Whoa, 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 pick a side!
There he goes.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Locks up though, and there goes Sofa Mega Hype on the switch back again, and is straight back in front of Raheem. And great racing between the pair of them, but Sci-Fi set that up beautifully, where the Mercedes ended up locking that front tire and then was able to reclaim the position. They're running out of laps. If they want to get ahead of Sci-Fi here, they are running out of laps because Oli Bina has a penalty as well. So for the likes of Raheem, if he can get a move on, there could still be a chance, a small chance of a podium. But something's gone on there because they're now almost 5 seconds off Oli Bina.
Yeah, they're just slow. And AJ Curtis gets
there he goes.
That time.
And he's coming back at him again. So Raheem again with a much better exit. He's hanging around the outside in that corner. That is ambitious to say the least. But AJ Curtis does keep the position. Northey then now right behind Raheem. And these guys are running out of laps. They're fighting so hard that they just cannot get past that Ferrari. Sci-Fi Mega Hype now out of DRS. In terms of he's got AJ Curtis out of DRS, and now AJ Curtis will be in major trouble here, Logan, from that Mercedes right behind.
Yeah, and they both have no battery, so guess what? Here comes Northey!
There he goes.
Get him! Go!
And he's made the move. He's made the move on AJ Curtis. Northey then
like
up into P6. And, oh, look at that, though. A snappy exit, though. And AJ Curtis then back in front, although Northey's hanging on though, and he's gone right around the outside. Back up into P6, and Northey then now keeps hold of that position.
Oh, he touched him!
And
don't do it to me.
Frustrates AJ Curtis that bit more, but well, can he now pick off Raheem? It doesn't seem though so, because AJ Curtis is now having a little look at him again here. Bad exit there for Northey, and the Red Bull is right there, but they've all lost DRS to Sci-Fi Mega Hype. They're just losing so much time, and there goes AJ Curtis again.
Yeah, but he's got no battery. He'll get him back. He'll have no battery.
Yes, let's.
But yeah, Sci-Fi, what a job. Look, what a battery manager. Look at that. He has 90%. He's like, yeah, you're in my DRS, so what? I'm going to hit that overtake button and see ya. And Ollie Bean, I mean, he has a penalty, but he's caught up to whatever the heck we're calling him. I see an EA name, you see another name, a he, she, we name. I don't even know anymore what his name is. The Blue Red Bull.
Yes. Mido is under pressure here from Ollie Bean.
Here comes Northie! He's going to run the outside, touches the grass! Woo!
And he's got it done just... Oh, Curtis gets another penalty, though. So that puts him in a bit of bother now, because he will probably tumble down the order quite a bit with 6 seconds. And he goes back up the inside of North. He can't quite get it done. But Curtis will not be pleased with that at all. Raheem, though, is on a bit of a charge here. He's now right back on the tail of Sci-Fi Mega Hype. And there goes a move from Ollie Bean for P2 into turn 10. And brilliant overtaking then from Ollie Bean. And really catches Mido napping there. Mido's coming back down the next straight. Raheem now gets a penalty for good measure. So he now's in a spot of bother if he wants to get that P4, as we are indeed on the final lap here. And Larry has drove brilliantly here to hold off the Red Bull. When the threat came earlier on, he managed to withstand it and is marching now towards a first ever victory here in TFR eSports. You can see Ollie Bean defending behind. He has a penalty though, but here comes Larry then through the final corner. He knows it is job done for him. He wins for the first ever time in TFR eSports ahead of Ollie Bean on the track, but it is Mido in second for Red Bull. Sci-Fi Mega Hype brilliantly holds on for P4 despite having damage for almost that entire race.
Raheem in a penalty, Northeast.
And he has. Yeah, Northeast got that top 5 by half a second. And Lewis is up into P7 right at the death there as well, with Veer in 8th. But Luke 2 Red, AJ Curtis, all with penalties there, really losing out, Logan.
Yeah, what a recovery by Lewis as well. He was right at the back after an incident early on, back up to 7th. Northie to 5th from what, did he start 10th or 11th? I know he was 11th after lap 1. And Veer gaining positions after getting spun late in the race.
Well. An intriguing race there. But Larry gets that victory. The chat delighted with that one, because he is now a race winner. And that is obviously 2 different winners from 2 races in F3. And
well, we'll have to see. Penalty could play a factor.
well, this is the thing. I'm saying all this. However, could he be in a spot of bother? Look, and I hate to say it when someone's just won the race, but could he be in a bit of trouble with that collision with the Sauber?
He could. He very well could. And that would mean Nito would win. For America!
He would indeed. But that one will get analysed and discussed in the steward's room. But for Larry at the minute, he is a race winner after getting pole position as well. But he managed to recover after getting picked off at the start by the Sauber. And then, the big moment of that race, colliding with Slow Gamer, which then further on led to Slow Gamer being taken out of the race. That'll go to the stewards, and we'll see what comes of it. Mido's in second, could potentially pick up a win later on, with Ollie Bean completing the podium and Sci-Fi Mega Hype and Northie completing the top 5. I make that Northie's first ever top 5, Logan. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he had any last season, so fair play to him.
Yes, the improvement is real. It's my boy. I'm like a proud father.
He's slowly but surely getting there, and who knows?
10-second penalty. If it's a 5
P4.
if it's a 10-second penalty for Larry, then that means he would actually win the race on track and get the Darky Award. I think that's the first in TFR.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Unbelievable. What a race.
What a race indeed. Great stuff from F3 as always. But we'll be back next week, and I'll get it right this time, because last week I was saying it was Shanghai next. It wasn't. It was Bahrain. But next week, I can absolutely be sure to you, it is indeed the Chinese GP, and we'll be back with the F3 division for that, and we're expecting more action and excitement once more. We'll see you in the next one. And that's a wrap.